Hello, fifth grade. Hi, welcome back to math practice with Mr. Hammond. This is for week 4. We're going to do the second half of it. The other video showed you how to do patterns. What we're looking at when we're doing the patterns today, we're not just going to generate the patterns, but we're kind of look at the numbers of them. So hopefully everything you did in video 1 or the first 4 pages are getting you ready for this, because this first page kind of be a step through. We'll review again, and then we should be able to get right into it, where they're going to start asking you a little tougher stuff. So as we look, right, we have a 4-leaf clover. They found one. 4-leaf clover has 4 leaves. 1 has 4 leaves, right? So if 1 has 4, 2 will have 8, 3 will have 12, 4 will have 16. As we were writing it all down there, right, the rule would be plus 4. And we could put those little plus 4s there. So each term can be there, right? We keep going on. 16 plus 4 gives us 20, and then 20 plus 4, and then that answer plus that answer. And now we're just skip counting by 4s. Really, really back to it. Page, what a quick page. Now, guys, as I was doing research into this and looking at this problem before I got on and talked, I ran into a problem, and I'll explain it. This example too, we'll do this one. I'm gonna do it all with you because I find it flawed. Maria and Jiang are training to run a half marathon. Now, me, I've run a few of them, so I know. A half marathon is about 13 miles. Their weekly training plans are shown in the table. So this is a table. I will erase this because it's a bad circle. Use the information to write a sequence. Sequence would be a pattern that we're looking at, each person's weekly training. Then compare the plans. So we're just going to make them same thing we've been doing the whole time, right? Maria is going to start off and run 2 miles. Then she's adding 2 miles per week for each of the next 4 weeks. So if this was week 1, this would be week 2, 3, 4, 5. Both people, right? Okay. Now, Maria, she's running 2 here, so I know that. It is already telling me add 2 miles. So that gets a plus 2. Then we're going to add 2 more. Then we're going to add 2 more. Then we're going to add 2 more. Maria's rule is plus 2. That's it. So second week, she's going to run 4 miles. Third week, she's going to run 6 miles. All I'm doing is taking these 6 and 2, and I'm adding them together to get this answer. And I'm going to add 8 plus 2, and I'm going to get this answer. Now, here's my problem. I feel bad for Maria because I don't think her training is going to go as well as she should. She should not just run 2 miles a week. She should be running 2 miles maybe a day, at least 5 times a day. So their training plan is way wrong. And if you're just going to add 2 miles the next week, then it's going to be rough. But that's not part of the problem. Jiang is going to run 4. Then she's going to add 4 miles per week for the next 4 weeks. I wonder already, can we figure out what that rule is? It tells me add 4 miles. So for this, I'm going to put rule is going to be plus 4. So I'll put those down here. We're going to add 4 for this week. We're going to add 4 for this week. Sorry, that's a bad 4. We're going to add 4 here. We're going to add 4 here. So after week 5, right, we know Maria's running 10 miles a week. Jiang, 4 plus 4, great, 8. Then we just go follow the steps. Skip count by 4s. There we go, right? After 5 weeks, Jiang's running 20 miles, and Maria's running 10. Now, why is she running 20 miles? That's a good question. The race is only 13. She should prepare for that race. So what do we notice when we look at all of these, right? 4, I'm going to just show a couple numbers here to help us do some identification. 4, 8, right? I already know that 4 is half of 8, or 8 is double of 4. Same thing with 6 and 12. Same thing with 8 and 16. Same thing with 10 and 20. So that word would be twice, right? We know it's all twice as many. I'm going to let you do this one because I know you can do it. It's really easy. And then I'm going to send you off on the independent practice. Look at these things that got underlined here today, friends. Let's look at our math, right? Algebra, identify the pattern. That's all it's asking you to do. What is it? Oh, and then write the next 3 terms. All right, here's what can you identify the pattern? Can you write the rule is? What is this rule, right? When I start 0, 7, 14, 21, what am I doing? Am I adding and I'm subtracting? Might get crazy. Are they multiplying or are they dividing? I think we're going to focus here. We might get in some of these. Look hard. Take a look at what those are and try figuring out what they're doing there. This one, number 3, looks the hardest of them all. If it goes backwards, like number 4 right here, you know it's going to be a subtraction or dividing, right? You can't multiply and go backwards. If it's going forward, you know it's going to be adding or multiplying. What's the rule? And can you add on to the next 3 based on your rule? Remember, the rule has to work for everything. So on number 2, I know it's plus 7 because I go from 0 to 7. Then if I add 7 more, it goes to 14. Then if I add 7 more, it goes to 21, right? Now, this one, number 5, let's help out here. If I say the rule, and I go 1 to 3, I go 1, 2, 3 is add 2. That means I add 2 to 3, and that would give me 5. So I know this is not the rule anymore because it's not there. So now I need to figure out what else that rule could be, and I have to look at all those numbers. Guys, I have the most faith in you. If you get caught up, hung up on anything, always reach out to me and ask me for help. All right, guys.